So a while back, I built a replica Halo assault rifle out of a Beretta CX4. I'm going to send the video link in the description below, so go ahead and check it out. I love Halo. I love playing the game. I love looking at the world. I like the characters. I like the story. And especially love the guns. And the Halo assault rifle has always been one of my favorite. I built that out of CX4 and it worked out pretty well, I think, but it's always kind of bothered me that it's 9mm and it only takes like 15 to 17 rounds with a flush magazine. I could get 30 rounds, but then I have to use an extended mag and it looks kind of weird. I mean, the real one has 32 rounds or 60 rounds. I mean, I don't know how. Space magic, so we ain't got to explain shit, right? There are a few criteria I want to hit for this second build. First, capacity. Like I mentioned, the CX4 only holds 15 or 17 rounds depending on which magazine you use, either M9 or PX4 mags. Preferably, I'd like at least 20, maybe even more, we'll see. But it has to be flush. That's a big, I don't want magazines sticking out. Second, I want a new caliber. Nothing against 9mm, but I just want something, I guess, a little zippier, like faster. Preferably a rifle round if I can do that. I don't know. I'll have to take a look around. Definitely something smaller and faster and just, I don't know, like just 9mm just doesn't seem right. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right to me. Maybe because it's just so fat, I guess. Third, and this is more of a, less of a, I guess, technical, but more of like it's aesthetic choice, but I wanted to just look better. So I modded the first one, the CX4 one, out of the MA5B, which is one you see in Halo 1. So it's got, much less detail. It's like kind of like low poly. It's a lot smoother. It's got bigger edges, which made it easier to make, but I wanted to be closer to like the MA5C and D you see in Halo, well, the future Halos, 3, 4, 5, Reach, whatever. Well, actually, Reach had the MA37, but whatever. Maybe that's a new project in the future. Yeah. Going back, yeah, I like more details. We'll have to see. That's more of a how much effort I want to put in. I have more details like flash hider, actual, like, just overall better. I don't know how to describe it, but we'll see when we get there. Lastly, I want to explore more interesting options. Original build, I just had nothing. I just had a scope hidden here. I want to see if I can add an electronic in this. I don't know how I would go about it right now. I have some ideas, but I'll have to think about it. But first and foremost, I need a gun. And it has to be cheap if I'm going to be cutting into a gun. Not really destroying it, but since I'm going to be doing some heavy mods, I want something cheap and small. I know a lot of people say, hey, you can just use a bullpup. Oh, that's the last thing. It has to be a bullpup. So the CX4 is kind of like a pistol. It takes the magazine in the grip. Some people will tell me that, yeah, a pistol is technically a bullpup, but no, I want an actual bullpup. I wanted to have the magazine actually behind the grip, just like the real one is. So yeah, that's actually the last point. It has to be a bullpup. I searched around and after debating some options between, like standard bullpups that are already in the market, Tavor, FS2000, RFB, RDB, all that. I just don't think those ones will be a good choice. I mentioned in the CX4, but the Halo assault rifle has this weird like backwards curve that's hard to replicate or see in other guns. Like the Tavor FS2000, it's just flat, the magazine sticking out. The AUG is like a stock in the end, and then I think the RFB and RDB kind of come close, but I was going to use those for the battle rifle build, so I'm going to save that for later. So anyways, back to my original point. After searching around, I finally figured it out. I decided on the Kel-Tec CMR. No, I'm not kidding. I think this is the best platform to build an Halo assault rifle. First of all, 30 rounds, right? Like, this thing holds 30 rounds. It's great. It's a fun gun too. And 22 Magnum is pretty cheap, so I could shoot as much as I want. Yes, 22 Magnum is a rifle round. The gun is light and small, and it's really cheap. I mean, I picked it up for like $500 plus a little bit. I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look nearly long enough to be or big enough to be an assault rifle, and you're right, it's not. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend the barrel length. Well, not really barrel length, because it's not actual barrel. I'm just going to extend the length by adding a barrel extension, probably one of those like California devices to make the gun longer, and then building a new shroud, extending the rail. Maybe not, that doesn't have to be a rail, but probably going to try to extend it. I've seen people do custom mods on it. I'll look into doing that. The biggest hurdle will be, like I said, making a bullpup, which means I'll have to put a grip, an actual trigger system in front of the, magwell and trigger right now. Typically, bullpups use kind of like a link system, or maybe like even like a wire. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one. I have an idea. Maybe I can use electronics. Anyways, thanks for watching. Part 1 of Halo Assault Rifle build. I know I didn't really build anything. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna chronicle kind of this whole build from start to finish. So keep you guys in the loop. See what works, what doesn't work, and maybe if you guys can give me some advice when I'm going through it. But I'm pretty excited actually. I always love building guns. Like, it's more fun for me. Making and modding and building guns are more fun than actually shooting guns. Sometimes, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, cut to black. Damn it, where the hell is the last dart?